us, if we read that sutta, the Buddha didn't teach a technique on that sutta. It's about understanding. It's a dialogue. If you read the sutta, it's dialogue between the Buddha and his disciple, and it makes them understand about the middle path. It makes them understand about what they refer as themselves, what we refer as me, this body, this mind, this nama, this rupa. By that understanding, it severes the sense of identification with this body and the mind. Later on, in different sutta, then the Buddha taught some technique, you can say it. In some sutta, the Buddha taught about metta, about loving kindness. In other sutta, the Buddha taught about impermanence, about death. Depend on the audience, depend on the time, the Buddha will teach different method or different way how to cultivate the mind. Nowadays, usually we refer meditation with particular technique. Burmese technique, Mahasi technique, this technique, and sometimes we are caught too much about the technicality. How are we doing it, the technique? Sometimes we forget that the first time the Buddha teach the fundamental is about Four Noble Truth. That we experience unease, we experience dukkha because tanha, this craving, this wanting, strong obsession, including strong obsession to control our mind when we meditate. Too much forcing, wanting to control the mind, wanting to make it peaceful, wanting so there is no thought come in our mind. So first, we need to understand meditation in the term of citta bhavana does not mean that I wanted no thought in my mind. It is impossible. You cannot just by wanting to remove all the thought. It can end, it can stop, but not because I am doing it. It can stop by itself. So when we meditate on particular technique, what is most important is our mindset, our attitude, how we approach the technique. For example, like the most common meditation, we use breath as our object to pay attention. Rather than forcing ourselves, wanted to control our mind. I wanted to force my mind, control my mind, so I just focus on my breath. There is too much control, too much obsession, too much wanting. This creates disaster. The inner world become not at ease because too much forcing. This is what the Buddha referred too much wanting. So when we meditate, for example, this is your object. Our tendency is to hold it so strong. How long I can hold this stick if I hold it strong like this? It may be in 10 minutes I get exhausted, feeling of unease. But if I hold it like this, I can still hold it for an hour without controlling it too much, forcing myself. So when we, for example, meditate on the breath, we approach it with very gentle attitude, not by forcing it. We relax the body and we experience the body. The body is already breathing by itself, right? From this morning until now, it's just breathing by itself. and we feel comfortable with it. But once I meditate on my breath, why does it feel unease? It seems the breath, I feel choked, for example. I cannot breathing, it feel uncomfortable. Because exactly like this, we approach it like that. We hold it too much, push it too strong. It's quite comfortable before we pay attention. But when we start to concentrate, because when we say I'm concentrate, the attitude still same like what we do in everyday life by obsessiveness, by wanting, by controlling. I wanted to control my mind. I wanted to control my breath. Then we feel not at ease. We forget the Four Noble Truths that we experience unease, we experience suffering, dukkha, because exactly this obsessiveness, this too much wanting. So it's more like relaxing. You are relaxing, resting into your breath. You allow it to come in by itself. You allow it to come out by itself. We become more like receiver. It's kind of like there is a feeling of surrender. I not doing anything. Just experience how it come and how out. In the Indonesian word, there is a word called pasrah, similar like that. And just pasrah to what is at the moment. Somehow, at this moment, there is this body, and there is a process of breathing, and there is a process of breathe out. So like I mentioned yesterday, my teacher mentioned that when we wanted to make the body strong, we move it around, we exercise it, we go to the gym. And when we wanted to make the mind strong, we make it rest. Let it stop by itself. Resting, make it rest. When I say make it rest, it's very similar when we go to sleep. We completely let go everything, then we go to sleep. I didn't refer to the sleep itself, but I referred to the process. Because this is the most close example, what it feels being completely relaxed. Now we adding one element that is aware. We completely relax, but be aware. You, nobody need to teach you how to go to sleep, right? How many years you are now in this planet? You can completely let go and sleep. Sometimes people ask like, how you let go, Ajahn? What do you mean, how you let go? Every night you let go already. It's not like no somebody need to teach you. You know already how to let go. It is just that now we do it while we are aware. And for that, we have some object, any object. You can, while you completely let go like sleep, you can feel the breathe. You can feel the breathing come in and out. Or you can remind yourself thinking, Buddha, or anything. You can think also, may all beings be happy, just to trigger the feeling of loving and kindness while you completely let go. Or if you're not interested in Theravada, you wanted to practice Mahayana, you can say Amitofu. No problem. But the mindset is just like when you the process go to sleep. You complete let go. Or you can say in like in Indonesia popular is Namo Buddhaya. Respect to the Buddha. And stop for 3-5 seconds while you completely relax. Then say it again. Namo Buddhaya. Just an object to hold gently. So you're not going to the sleep realm. But the mindset is just like when you want to go sleep. You completely let go. Sleeping and meditation is just like there's a little difference. While you are sleeping, you completely let go. The problem is you are not aware. So now we try to do it while we are aware. We completely let go, but we feel the body. What happened when I feel the body? There is breathing. The breath just come in by itself. The breath just come out by itself. I only feel it. I only experience it. I become the witness, a silent witness. While I'm resting, aware, I become the silent witness of this process. Oh, there is breath come in, there is breath come out by itself. I'm not doing it. Or just mention in your mind, Buddha, or anything, Namo, Tassa, Bhagavato. It's just an object. So we're not completely dragged into the realm state, the sleep state, when we completely let go. So that's what we will do for the next 30 minutes. You can use whatever technique, whatever object of meditation which you are already familiar. It doesn't matter. I start with the bell and end it with the bell. So we assume the most comfortable position, sitting in the most comfortable and relaxed without any tension. You can bring the attention in your body first, just to feel it, just to check if there is any part feel tension. You can bring attention, for example, to the top of your head. Maybe there is no sensation, but you can just bring the attention there without forcing yourself. Can I bring the attention into my head while I completely relax, while I completely letting go, just like when I go to sleep? Then you can bring the attention into your forehead. What it feel, the forehead, without forcing yourself, without concentrating it, you can still aware. You can bring the awareness into your eyes. What it feel, the eyes, how it feel the nose, the cheek, the whole head, what it feel. It is just a way to bring the attention to the body while the mind is completely relaxed, while the mind completely letting go the grip of sense control. And you bring the attention into your shoulders without forcing it. And you bring attention into your arms. Bring attention into your chest, your stomach. And you bring attention into your legs. without forcing or controlling or excessive focus, concentrate, I can still feel my legs while the mind is completely relaxed. In this way, our mind, our attitude, our mindset is one of letting go, one of resting, relaxing, but aware of the sensation in the body. With this kind of mindset, we approach our object of meditation, whatever it is. Maybe we feel the sensation of the breath, the sensation of the breath come into the body by itself, and the sensation of the breath out by itself, without the sense of controlling, with sense of relax and silent witness. And we sit in this kind of mindset for the next 30 minutes. For the last 30 minutes, we've been trying to cultivating the quality of silent witness, observer, which everybody have. This is what the quality of witnessing, this is what it refers as Buddha, the one who knows, quality of knowing, quality of aware. I was asked to say something before question and answer, and they say I can say anything since it's informal. So I was thinking like, why we should practice Dhamma? You know, we are busy people, we are Singaporean, our life are fast and we have value, we have goals to success in our business or in our work. We are busy people. Why we should practice Dhamma, you know? Is for people 2,567 years ago in the Buddha time. They are agriculture people. The life is very slow. Go to the field in the morning whenever they want. There is no time schedule. They just walk to the rice field, relax with their water buffalo maybe. They don't have any boss in the office waiting. There is no kind of fear that the boss will fire you. So it seems in that kind of life is very different with what we have now as a Singaporean or Indonesian living in Singapore. Our life is so busy. You know, by the time we come back from the office, maybe we're tired already and we just wanted to go sleep and rest. And tomorrow, same thing again, rush to the office. What is the point of practicing Dhamma then? It seems not for us. This is for those people with a bald head and strange kind of clothes. It's not for us. So it is, when we talk about Buddhism, even when we see the Buddha, so there is already kind of like stereotype person who dedicate themselves to practice Buddhism, those monks, those bhikkhus. And sometimes we forget that the Buddha have different kind of disciples, monks and layperson. If you read the story in the Buddha time, some of his disciples is actually lay people, right? And some of them successful in their Dhamma practice and successful, quote unquote, as a layperson, very rich. That's what we consider success, right? Usually, as a layperson, oh, he's very rich, he's very successful in their business, successful in their career. It expressed in the possession of BMW, possession of very nice flat, very nice apartment. It expressed in that way. And in the Buddha time, some of the disciples is like that. You read the story of Visakha, Anantapindika, King Bimbisara. But there is also some who is not successful, quote unquote. There is disciple as a potter, don't have so much possession. But of course, from external perspective, oh, he's not successful. He's just a simple poor family. But the sutta mentioned that he's successful in his Dhamma practice. And externally, they don't have so many things, but they feel happy. They feel prosperous within themselves. The two external thing like this is not precondition to practice Dhamma. If you are very rich, you can still practice Dhamma and you can still be a happy person. And somehow if you are poor person, you can also still practice Dhamma and you can still also feel happy, contented. It's not necessary that you need to be poor to practice Dhamma. Or it's not necessary you need to be rich first to practice Dhamma. Whatever situation, whatever condition you are at the moment, that is good enough to practice Dhamma. When you return from here, do you go back to your house, your apartment, or you need to sleep on the street under the trees? You have place, right? Which you can call home, a house. So how many times you eat yesterday? 3 times? 5 times? Okay, just for example, 3 times. Do you have medicines in case you got sick? You have some bank account, right? And you have enough clothes, I guess. Too much, okay. So for the monastic, we also get a kind of guarantee by the Buddha, these basic necessities. In Indonesia, the word will be sandang, pangan, papan, right? You get sandang is clothes, pangan is food, papan is shelter, usually, and medicine. So when people ordain as a monk, after we have our ordination, the teacher will explain the 4 things which you will get. As a human being, everybody needs this one: food, shelter, clothing, and medicine. So for the food, for monks, is whatever lay people give you. So that is how the tradition of Pindapata, they call bhiksha in Sanskrit, in the Buddhist, in the Indian language on those days. So when it translates to English, it's become begging. You go to the village with the bowls and you do bhiksha. But the word begging, it have a different word. But in English, either you do bhiksha or begging, they call begging. So bhiksha is a particular thing for samana, for renunciate. They go from house to house, carry their bowls, and people put food on it. They call bhiksha because their intention is to eradicate all the defilements in themselves. So when people go to the street just for the begging, for the sake of begging, it's not called bhiksha. So it's a particular. That's what the word bhiksha, it become bhikshu. Those who perform bhiksha, it called bhikshu in Sanskrit. In Pali, it called bhikkhu. So it is in our DNA as a renunciate that we depend on the generosity of other people. We become the opportunity for other people to do dana. So that is about the food. Either you are monastic or a lay person, you need food. Shelter. The Buddha said, you allow to have tree as your shelter. So for the lay people, none of you here stay under the tree, right? Then for the cloth, we are allowed to have a cloth which is already thrown away, or a cloth which is used to wrap dead body. In India, when they are they are when they are dead, then they wrap their body with a cloth And that one you can get it and make it robes to cover your body. And for the medicine, we are allowed to use fermented cow urine as a medicine. This is India. So they consider cow very holy, and the urine of the cows, after they ferment it, become their natural, they call it Ayurveda. It's their natural healing medicine. Indonesia call it jamu. That is their jamu. So it's a natural thing. So this fourth thing, if you see, is very basic for a human survival. Their shelter, their food, their clothing, and their medicine. So when we talk, why did I talk about it? Because sometimes, especially people in the West, they think Buddhism become quite popular in the West. But sometimes there is kind of like a narrative, like what is the importance of monastic life these days? You know, it's a modern day now. Like what is the importance of monastic life? We don't need monks. We need to be productive, to be a productive society. What is the input? What the input? Everybody seem valued by their input into the society in the form of material thing. What is your contribution? So in the West, sometimes consider monks just like someone is good for nothing. You know, you just, well, even for your food, you cannot even cook by yourself. Such a useless guy, you know. So what is your contribution, you know? It's not anymore like in Indian culture 2000 years ago. We are now modern society, including Singaporean. We are modern and everybody needs some contribution to consider as a good member of society. So if we see again with this kind of basic needs of human beings, the Buddha, when he created the order of samana, order of monks, remember there is a different kind of monks in India during those time, including until now. Remember when the Prince Siddhartha wanted to leave his palace, what did he saw? They call Devaduta, old man, sick man, dead man, and samana, monks. Of course, that is not Buddhist monk because Buddhism not yet there, right? So it is a culture in India already established, even those days, that there is already samana, different religion, different beliefs, that there is already these people who basically, those who fail, quote, quote, in the society and left society, to find some higher meaning in their life, to find happiness. And Indian culture support this kind of people by providing them with food, shelter, medicine, lodging, providing them with basic needs. They consider them as people who find happiness in different way. So what is, and so their lifestyle, sometimes they're just like a hermit. They just stay in the caves and meditate, and they can cook their foods, they can store their foods, and they can even find their own food, just storing it and meditate. Very less interaction with society. They may find happiness on that ways also, but when the Buddha created his order, he preferred the word bhiksu, bhikkhu, from that word bhiksha, begging with the bowls. In that way, there is interaction with lay people. Lay people have the occasion to develop merit, to develop good action by doing dana. And in that way, they also have interaction with samana. If you see in Mangala Sutta, the Sutta of blessing, one of the blessing is interaction with samana. To see samana, to have an interaction, to have a discussion, because from that, people can withdraw a wisdom from them. So now, that is, we can say, 2,000 years ago, now like different story in our life, society has changed and is more and more into material thing, everything value. People judge it by how much you own things. Now, just look in our society now. Is it actually automatic? The more you own things, the more you feel happy. Just look in Singaporean society. Who is the most rich people in Singapore? Or just look in our surrounding. So now, when we interact with this kind of monastic, with their lifestyle, with basic needs, with I don't know if they have here, but in Indonesia they call UMR, upah minimum regional, the basic income. So as a Buddhist monk, you actually allow the most basic thing for your needs, food, whatever you are given, shelter under a tree, cloth which is thrown away, medicine, the urine, fermented urine of a cow. But how come they are actually more happy? We are allowed to eat once a day, for example. So if you eat 3 times a day, supposed to be you have a chance 3 times more happy than me, or from the monks, right? Or we are not allowed to own basically money, as in we're not allowed to have a bank account. Now, how much money you have in your bank? 10 billion, 10 million, 20 million. So you have chance 20 million times more happy than monks, if you see like that. So this interaction actually just a reminder, how come this kind of people who live simple, actually they can be more happy. Does not mean that I ask you to burn your house, burn your car, or throw away your husband and your wife. No, but it's actually, that's mean actually I as a lay person can be also be happy because I already fulfill all my basic needs. And these people with a bald head, with a strange kind of clothing, with uh, minimum things, they can be happy. It's a reminder why the Buddha don't want his monks actually completely become a hermit. Because when they find happiness, they find joy in their life, then people don't have much benefit because there's no interaction. So this kind of lifestyle is, in my opinion, is actually even more important in this time, in this kind of society, where everybody kind of believe later on when I have a Mercedes car, then I will be happy. When my bank account becomes so much, then I become happy. It's a reminder, this kind of interaction that there is now, yeah, I'm not really the most rich person in Singapore, but at least I can eat 3 times a day, or even if I wanted to eat 5 times a day, I can afford it. So then now time to ask, am I happy already? If not, I can, supposed to be, I can be. Because some people choose that kind of life and they're still happy. So now the happiness is not just because monks only, for example, eat what is given, or because monks don't have money. It's not because that, but not just because that, but because they practice Dhamma. So this has become the key. Okay, now I have tons of money in my bank. Does not mean you need to throw it away. What you need to do is start to practice Dhamma. Now, how we do actually exactly how we're going to do that. When the Buddha teach, usually he start by teaching dana. You heard about this, right? Dana, offering, giving, sharing. So when we perform this kind of activity, sharing, if we really doing it with sincerity, there is sense of happiness arise in ourselves. It's not necessarily like you should give to monks, but if any people around you, when you start to share, you share your knowledge, for example, you share your skill, you share your time, you share your energy, come here as a volunteer, maybe just, I don't know what they do here as a volunteer, cleaning the sala or whatever it is. When you're really doing it out of, I wanted to serve, you start to feel happy. Does not matter if you're Buddhist, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are Hindu. The moment you wanted to share, the moment you wanted to give, straight away you feel happy. And when you do that, when you perform that act, look within yourself. Feel it. What it feel when I'm helping others, when I help my father, when I help my brother, when I help my neighbor. This is dana. So no, not really like, oh, I should do dana because the Buddha said, or the Ajahn said, or the Bhante said. It's not about that. It's about when I do that, I perform a good action, I myself receive the benefit. At that moment, we are born in the happy realm. The other way around also, when we perform bad action, at that moment, we are actually born in unwholesome state of mind. Now, this is usually the first step. Then the next step, when we practice Dhamma, we perform Sila. Like what we already said before we start this session, I undertake the training. I refrain killing living beings. I train myself not to take what is not given. I train myself not to perform sexual misconduct. I train myself not to speak unskillfully. I train myself not to consume intoxicant. It's about training myself. It's not that the Buddha said I should not kill, or the Buddha said I should not steal. It's not about that. You know, if you steal, then you go to hell, the Buddha said. So there is a different approach with most religion. You know, in other religion also they have sila. They also believe that stealing is not good thing and you go to hell for that. So people will afraid to steal because they're afraid go to hell, for example, because the big guy said it. While morality in Buddhism is about training ourselves. I train myself not to kill living being. So what happened is like, for example, there is ants bite you, mosquito bites you. There is intention to kill. You need to see first that intention and not following it. I refrain myself to kill living being. There is something very good there. That iPhone is look new. I want to take it, but it's belong to somebody else. So you need to see that intention, the impulse of taking it, and okay, I'm not following it. It's a training. We start to train ourselves not to just follow what we like and what we don't like. It's a part of training. Then when we meditate, it happens even more actually obvious because when we sit, like we sit for 30 minutes, then the mind go here, the mind go there. It's like invitation to go for traveling outside. Then we can say, no, thank you, I'm here. it become easier because we so used to not follow what we want. I wanted to kill, I wanted to steal. Then I say, no, I don't need to follow you. So when we meditate also like that. So this is training of ourselves. We train our mind not to follow what we like, not to follow what we don't like. We not just following the impulse. So what is the benefit in our life? We need to go to work. We need to perform our duty in the office. We need to interact with people in our society. It actually have a lot of benefit because you're not just following your impulse. For example, in your office, you interact a lot, right? With the coworker, with your boss, and in the interaction, sometimes it's actually, we don't like it, we feel hurt. There is so many dynamic in the office. I don't like that guy, I don't like this, I don't like the boss, oh, I like this. So we are so used that we not just become victim of circumstances by not just following our mind, following our feeling. We so used to become the witness of the drama within ourselves. Just look, for example, the problem we have in our life usually is in the form of drama, right? I don't like this guy, I don't like this, what is and this, and this, that. There's a lot of story in our head. And it's very convincing drama, and we just carry away. During my time when I'm still teenager, the drama in the TV usually this telenovela, this what is that? Kind of Spain or now I think Korean drama maybe. So I remember my sister and my mother so get addicted with this telenovela. And they sat there every day in the afternoon for 1 hour, 2 hours, and switched to another TV station just to watch another telenovela. And when the story becomes sad, they cry. And when the story get romantic, they feel so happy. They just carry away with the drama. Now I think I heard this Korean drama, with Drakor. So same story like that. Just watching, we invest our time with that drama on the screen and we carry with our like, dislike, our mood swing. And if you kind of, from looking that screen and looking this screen, there's also another drama. My husband say like this, the neighbor say like that, the boss say like that. It's also another kind of drama. So once you see that Korean drama there and you really kind of being the witness and oh, it's just acting, then when they cry you don't feel sad. When it's funny there in the screen you don't get laugh, you don't carry with ups and downs with this drama offer. Human being really love ups and downs, that's why they get so addicted with this drama. And when it switch off, another drama start coming in. My relationship with my boss, with my friends, with my neighbor, or that guy in the market, another drama. And we carry again ups and downs with the drama. And we never have rest. But once we start to step back and see it, oh, it's another drama. Now, instead of drama in the screen, it's drama here in my mind, offering different stories, sad, funny, and we carry away. When we start to sit and meditate, we develop this quality of being a witness, silent witness. We experience the breath in by itself, out by itself, hands off. We start to develop this quality of silent watcher, silent witness, not involving, not pushing, and not following it. So then, when we go to work, when we start to have activities with people around us, they offer so many kind of drama. Imagine if you work without any drama. Your work will be so efficient. many of the problem because you carry with the drama and you cannot really work properly because you have enemies in the office. The moment you see him in the office, the drama on again. You're not so happy with that guy. And it affects your work, right? You don't feel comfortable in the work. So the more you develop this quality of silent witness, then it have value in your daily activity, even as a worker, even as a people who work in the office or wherever it is, because you are not just victim of circumstances. You know the other guy don't like you, but just watch it. It don't affect you so much. What is that the song in Indonesia when I'm teenager? Dunia ini panggung sandiwara. Was that Ahmad Albar something? So this world is a big stage of drama. So and we only start to understand that when we have this kind of habit to step back for a while. Step back for a while and become the silent watcher, silent witness, hands off. Then there will be stories coming in. Oh, my mother like this, blah, 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 blah. My neighbors like this, my boss like this. And just listen it. And not pay attention. Don't pay interest in that. After a while, the fuel is disappear and they're gone. Of course, when you start to want it to apply it in your workplace, it's very difficult because you don't train it first. And that's what happens when we try to invest our time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just sit in the sofa, sit on the chair in the house, then become completely relaxed and become the watcher, silent witness, what happened in your body, what happened, the sensation in the head, on the eyes, without trying to control it. Then this quality of the knowing getting more and more developed. Next time you go to the office, your fellow co-worker say something not nice or make some gossip about you which is not so nice, you kind of watching another drama arise. I don't like that guy. I really hate him. Another drama. Then we are not carried with that and we can continue our work peacefully. So when they said, oh, I'm very busy, I don't have time to practice Dhamma, it's not really related to me, it's really depend on our perspective. What do you mean by practicing Dhamma? If you think, oh, practicing Dhamma, just concentrate my mind, sitting for 30 minutes, of course, that kind of attitude, you cannot bring it in your daily life. If you just, okay, I just focus my mind, I try to control my mind, how long you can do that? You go to the office, you go to your workplace, there is no way you can control any situation outside you. The more you wanted to control it, the more you feel tense, the more you feel not at ease, because this tendency of controlling it, you wanted that all your co-worker to like you wanted that the boss like you wanted that the people appreciate you. There's no way you can control that one. What you can do is not get affected with it. Doesn't mean you don't care. Then you do whatever you like. But every situation there is this, there is a parameter, there is a SOP, how we need to conduct ourselves. Even in the Singapore, there is a law we need to follow. Just follow that one as much as we can. And how people reacted, how people behave toward us, we cannot really control it. It's all drama. Then that can be, of course, in theory it sounds very simple, but when you go to office and your friends start to criticize you, then you get angry, you get upset. Because just by understanding the theory, oh, it's like that, it's not enough. You need to really develop that quality, be frequent, resting, and become the silent witness. And start with something simple first. When you sit on the chair, you can just feel both of your arms Both of your hand touching your knees. What it feel? What is the sensation there? Without wanting it to be in particular, just experience it, become natural, silent witness. Oh, it's like this. Something very natural. But you start to develop, you start to know the place of the silent witness within yourself. Then you slowly kind of like, okay, now I wanted to do it for 10 minutes, become the silent witness of what happened in my stomach when I breathe in, when I breathe out, or in my chest. What is the sensation in the body when the breath come in by itself, come out by itself? I become the silent observer. Then you start to something complicated when you go to your office. Your boss yell at you. What it feel? Can I just become, oh, this is what it feel, the anger arise. It's not that I should not get angry. I'm a good Buddhist, I should not get angry. No, it's not about should and should not, but it's being, I become the witness. I put myself in the position of the one who knows the quality of knowing. Whatever happened in the body, whatever happened in the mind, I completely accept it. It's not accepted in the way there is anger arise. I accept it means I follow it. I go punch my friend. It's not like that. That is not acceptance. That is following it. Nor you push it away. I should not get angry because I'm a good Buddhist. This is what the Buddha referred these two extreme, following what we like and pushing away what we don't like. And the Buddha offered the third path in the middle. Become the silent witness. There is something arise, not pushing it away, not follow it. Then the fuel disappear by itself. This is what the middle path, where within ourselves, we need to recognize it first. When the eyes see object, when the ears hear the sound, when the body sense something, when the mind thinking something, we are not carried away. And we started with something very simple. There is a breath come in. Maybe you feel it in your stomach. Maybe you feel it on your chest. Maybe you feel it in your nose. It's not I'm focusing it. I concentrated my attention. I control it there. Then become a controlling practice. You cannot apply this in your daily life. You cannot control your boss. You cannot, some of you have children already, right? Can you control your children? Maybe can until they are 7 years old. After that, you cannot control. You cannot even control your body. The heart beating by itself, right? It's not that I make it working. No, it's happened by itself. The blood running around the body, it happened by itself. When we eat, it starts digesting by itself. The more we wanted to control it, then the more we suffer. We need to learn hands off and just silent as in the sitting, in the seat passenger. And usually it's very difficult in the society like Singapore because there is so much kind of the life is so fast and we have this tendency to control everything. This is the ideal. We should be like that. There is nothing wrong with the ideals or goals, but how we perform so we get our goals. Otherwise, you work 10 years, 15 years, you may be considered successful with all this kind of expression in the material world. You have some amount of bank account, cars, apartment, then you consider successful because you work hard for 15 years. But what is the price? Maybe you not feel happy. Your body start to get sick. You don't feel fulfillment because exactly of that you always wanted to control something outside. You don't learn how to hands off, relax, being the silent witness. Then life become more enjoyable, including when you start to go to work. Maybe still like a fast life, like very busy life, no problem. But that quality of resting, silent witness, you can develop it. When you work 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, it's not that 8 hours you kind of work all the time, right? There's always time like you checking your handphone, checking Facebook. Then why not actually checking your body? Just sit for a while, 1 minute. What the body feel? Can I be silent witness for that? Then you can develop little bit, little bit, little bit. It's an investment to develop this quality of knowing within yourself, the quality of silent witness. I'm sure you are saving money every month, right? You keep money in the bank every month. Did you think like I only wanted to save if $1,000, for example? Sometimes, oh, just $50, you save it. You make investment, you keep the money in the bank, even $50, even $60. You don't need to wait only when $1,000, then I will save it. Not like that. Same with cultivating this quality of knowing. Or only if I sit 1 hour, then I will do it. No, we get 1 minute sitting in your office. Okay, there is lunch break. How many minutes? 1 hour? Lunch break? Okay, then invest 5 minutes. Before you eat, just sit on your chair and feel your body resting just like you sleep. You don't need to close your eyes. You can open your eyes and feel your body. Be the witness, the sensation of your body, the witness, the sensation in your mind. Maybe you get angry because you just have a very difficult meeting. Just be the witness first for 5 minutes. Then you eat. You walking from your office to the parking lot, to the bus station. There's always time, the body moving. Can you be just present with your activity and accepting what happened in your body? This word is very strong for me. Accepting. The sense of acceptance. Usually we don't accept things. That's why we're not happy. I want something else. Oh, it's too hot. I don't like it. This sense of I'm not accepting what is now, that is what we call suffering, dukkha. That is the Pali formula. Experience something which we don't like, or experience something we don't like, and we don't experience thing which we like. That's suffering. The moment we accept it, oh, it's hot. Yeah, accept it. There is no other option. The moment I accept it, the mind attitude is changed. The heat's still there, but the moment I accept it, I not suffer anymore. Same, oh, it's raining. Oh no, I got wet, it's raining. I accept it. Does not mean that I accept it, then I just got wet. From that sense of acceptance, then we do something. Go find umbrella. But that process from get rain, get wet, get umbrella, there is feeling of acceptance. There's no suffering. But if I got rain, I don't like it, I get angry, I get upset, and find umbrella, there is a moment of not happy. So this is the benefit. Even in society as fast as Singapore, why practicing Dhamma is beneficial. It's no need to be a monk, since most of you may be also not interested, but you don't have to. You can still have the benefit by practicing Dhamma, either you are a monk or a lay people, busy lifestyle is still possible. So I guess that is what I wanted to say, and you are welcome if you have some question. If not, also it's okay.
Any questions from anybody? Anyone? I think it's very rare to have Ajahn to come here.
If
So
there's no question, that means everybody understand it already. That is also very good, actually. And oh,
Hi, Ajahn. Um, maybe continue from Ajahn story yesterday.
oh,
Yesterday, Ajahn shared with us about the story from how Ajahn found a different path before encounter Buddhism, right? One thing that struck me is that how it seems effortless that it came to Ajahn when Ajahn has decided to actually relinquish uh, the household life. And given Ajahn's background from multiple traditions or multiple religions in the past, in the path of finding what is connecting with Ajahn's uh, heart, if I call it that way, um, how was the reaction from the family? Are they supportive to Ajahn's decision at that time? And if not, then how did Ajahn overcome it?
they are supportive with notes. So with some condition, because my family are Catholic, right? So at that time, I wanted to ordain in the Hindu religion. My teenager, after trying to become a priest or a Catholic monks, checking different monasteries, somehow I don't get click. There is many question which is not able to be answered in religion I practiced that time. So then when I met the teaching of Hindu from India, they have a monastic tradition, and then somehow many things click. Then I decided to ordain as a Swami, as a Hindu monk. They call themselves Swami or sometimes Sannyasin. So then, of course, when I went back and I tell my parents, they are not happy, which is understandable. So then the first attempt, or maybe the last attempt, they say, well, if you wanted to live a celibate life, then why don't become priest, become pastor? Because that is what our religion, why you need to ordain a Hindu religion. So they are not happy, and they are, before, actually, I have no interest to tell them. Do you remember how Prince Siddhartha left his house, his palace, in the middle of the night, not telling anybody? Why is it like that? It's a culture in India. When you wanted to renounce the world, you just leave. So it's quite common now in India, for example, not quite common, but it's happened. Suddenly, oh, where is my son? Maybe it's already up in Himalaya. Just left. That's what happened in the life of Prince Siddhartha. That is the culture that time. So we need to remember what happened in the Buddha life is the background story is the Indian culture. That is the culture of monastic, culture of samana in India. One that desires to find, for them is to find God, quote, quote, to renounce the world, they just left, disappear. That's what the Buddha did. And that's what I plan to do as in Hindu religion. So, but my teacher at that time told me, the culture are different in Indonesia. If you do like that, you disappear, your parents will go to the police and report a missing child, and they will looking after you. So then you should just inform them. So that's what I did. I went back. That time I studied in Semarang, study IT. So I need to go back to my father place, and I informed them. They are not happy, of course, and But somehow they also know that I am actually very, very hard-headed person. So I used to be very bundle. That's why me and my brother. So they know that I don't like to listen people. My mother used to tell me already many times, whenever I tell you to do this, you always do that. So that sometimes he's quite smart. If she want me to do that, she told me, don't do that. Then okay, I will do it. So they actually know that I'm a very hard-headed person. I don't like to listen people. I don't like to, it's not easy for me to believe people, and I have tendency to be a rebel. So they know even if they say no, I will be left anyway. So then they come to understanding, then better we separate in the good way. So then they say, okay, you can go. So I tell them that don't worry, because in their rules, once you leave, you leave. You don't contact your family anymore. You remember Prince Siddhartha? Only when he become Buddha, he contact his family, right? During that process, as a Hindu monastic, Hindu samana, he never contact. That is quite common, the culture. Once you left, you left. Only when the moment he become Buddhist, then he say, no, you can contact your family. You can help them. So that is only when he become Buddhist. When he get enlightened, become Buddhist, then he do that. But that is the culture in India. It's quite common. So I already prepare myself. I will never contact them anymore until I die. So I told them, don't worry about me. If I die, it's not your responsibility. That just consider I am dead already. And of course, that is not right word. It's not good word. So anyway, that's happened. So I left to cut it short. And it looks smooth, but it take me like 2 years to decide should I left, should I not. And it's not happen just like that. I think it take process. Maybe it start when in my high school. So in the during my high school, I have a best friend. He's the most popular person in the high school. He's very handsome, he's tall, and he play guitar very nice. He's anak band. He's very kind of like popular. He have many girlfriend. So then he's one of my best friend. So then one day he got accident, and they need to amputate his left arm. So that moment, uh, from the most popular person in the school, he go down. All the girlfriend left. So then it struck me very strong. So like it's always make me think how it happened to me, or how if it happened to the people I like. What happened if she got accident? Then there's no more nose. What is her face look like? So it's always happened at the back of my mind. So somehow it make me contemplate more about death, contemplate more about the impermanence, even without I'm realizing it actually, just because somebody else experienced it, my best friend. So then it's always happened like that until, so the sense of relinquishment is actually a process of maturing and process of recollection. And somehow, it's not that I'm forcing it. I need to contemplate that because the Buddha said it's happened like that. So then, and in a strange way, he himself, who had the accident, now he married twice already and he has children. So me, the one who watching it, every time I say, oh, better I don't get married. So for him, it's nothing. It's just one of accident, and okay, find another. Now he married twice already, and he have one or two children. So I think that is one of the trigger thing in my life. Since high school, I always contemplate when I wanted to do something. Then I was, oh, how if I die? How if there is this accident? And somehow uh, it it give me perspective. If there is nothing really permanent outside, it can be changed. Your girlfriend suddenly accident, or your boyfriend, or they died. So it's always remind me it may change outside there. So then it slowly kind of bring my attention. So where will I find the real happiness? And when I'm still Catholic, I got in contact with the mystic in Christian. They have what they call a silent prayer, or a prayer without non-stop. You repeat the name of God all the time until you experience silence. It's a samatha technique in Buddhism. So I start to do that, but there is no real person to guide because the mainstream religion didn't teach it anymore. So then when I meet Hindu monk, they actually teach exactly like that. You repeat their mantra, focus on your chakra, then you experience silence. Then there is happiness within yourself because you condition your mind. So then I felt more and more happiness from that particular method. Then I decide, well, if this give me happiness, then why I'm not just decided all my life to do that? Because supposed to be the society tell me you will be happy if you get this job, you're successful, you get wife, children, and when you die, you go to heaven. But somehow, in my experience those time, so I look around those who already consider success, the rich guy, the powerful guy, their life a mess. They are not happy. So they told me I should be like that. I said, oh no, there is something wrong here. So I thought maybe I need to change alternative, like find happiness from different source. That's how I made meditation. If you see the life of Prince Siddhartha, it's also like that, right? If he's now, you can consider he's a billionaire son. He can get whatever he will have. He have 4 palaces. He have many wives. If he wanted, he can. For now, he can have party all the time if he wanted. But somehow I felt, oh, I get to the maximum already. What people consider successful and happiness, why I'm still not happy? So he find alternative. Most of us, we're still thinking that oh, I'm not happy. Yes, because I don't have that much money. I don't yet have that car. So we still have idea later on, I'm happy when I got that one. We're still in the process there. Some people already there. And oh, same. That's like Prince Siddhartha. I already have everything what they consider success. What people consider this is where make you happy. Then they change to find something else. Most people who arrive there already, oh, I'm not happy yet. Then they have idea maybe because, oh, I only have 10 billion in my bank account. I'm not that happy. Maybe because not yet 20. So they keep moving there. Some people, they are not yet even there, but they look around and they see those people who already there. Why they also not happy? That's why they try to find solution. And one of the solution which I found is to take up this kind of lifestyle. Not for everybody. You can still find happiness even you go there. But just don't think that only later on when I got there, then I become happy. You can work as hard as possible. But don't think later on when my bank account this month, then I become happy. You can find happiness in your daily life. When you washing your cups, just do it with mindfulness, awareness, silence, contentment. The moment you're content, accepting whatever now, you feel happy. Because that is why people not happy. They want something else. But now we are sitting here. If I don't accept it, oh, I'm sitting here, but I want to go to watch movie, then you're not happy. The fact is, I'm sitting here. I completely accepted the sensation of sitting here. It's like this, the sensation of my knees. The moment I accept it, I will be happy. So somehow, I got that encounter with that tradition, and I find happiness by doing that practice. Then I decided, okay, this is my life. And it took me a while to decide, should I go, should I not go, should I ordain, should I not? Until one time, my teacher that time told me, do you ever go to the swimming pool and jump from that, what you call it in English? Tempat melompat itu, yang tinggi. Did you ever jump from that? I say, yes. You see, before you jump, there is so many doubt. Should I jump? Should I not? Should I jump? Should I not? But the moment you just take one step and jump, finish, there's no more doubt. So what he wanted to say is like, you decided, go, and that's it. Then all your doubts, should I go, should I not, disappear. So I decided, there is kind of, you need to develop some kind of dare, gambling, like nekat, just go. Okay, oh yeah, I got it. Because I have tendency too much thinking, considering everything from different angle. What is the positive? What is the negative? So keep thinking, should I go? Should I not go? Then endless considering. Then say, you just need to be naked a bit. Say, okay, I jump. The moment I decided, all that worries, should I this, should I that, disappear. Because I decided already, I leave it. Too much thinking. Who knows what happened in the future? I just go. So that's how I make. Then another similar thing happened before I decided again when I after ordained as a Hindu monk to decide I wanted to shift into Buddhist monk. I'm already 6 years as a Hindu monk. Then I already have a teaching career. Then there is seems so many things to let go, and this one seems I don't know anything. I never met any Buddhist. I never been to this monastery. I never even met any bhikkhu. Just reading the book of Ajahn Chah. So it seems the gambling seems not fair. There's too much to lose. So then it happened again. I just need to jump. And somehow, until now, 17 years, oh, it seems actually a very pleasant life. So I just keep going. But I'm really aware that this is, I never tell people you should ordain, because everybody need to find out for themselves what kind of lifestyle is most suitable for them. And all these 17 years, I did witness monks who also not success, misbehave. It's nothing automatic. You need to keep training. And I witnessed there is lay people who is actually very exemplary practitioner. So it's not about the status you are a monk or you are a lay person. It's about you are practicing or not. Just become a monk, then you're not practicing. Well, it's much better you be a lay people and practicing, keep 5 sila. So even though I experience a lot of blessing, a lot of benefits to lead a life of forest monk, I never think that this is for everybody. That does not mean that I am better than you, no, but to practice is not depend you are monk or you lay people. It's nothing automatic. Everybody need to practice and to find what kind of format which is suitable for them.
So
4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. Any other last questions?
If not, then what is our next schedule? Jalan-jalan? Is it? Oh, blessing again. Okay, yeah. So we ended our activity with the blessing. This is quite a traditional Buddhist practice. Usually in Thailand, after offering the meal, like this morning, then the monk give blessing, and the lay people recollect the good deeds they just performed, like this morning giving dana, with the intention of sharing the merit to all living beings, including their ancestors. And what we do just now is also a good deeds. We request some triple refuge, we request the sila, we determine ourselves to keep sila, and we meditate, and we have a Dhamma discussion. This is all actually a wholesome action, a good karma. Then when I give blessing, we determine ourselves that all this good action we performed since 2 hours ago, I wanted to share it with all beings. That is the concept behind the blessing. Yata wariwaha pura paripurenti sakarang ewa mewa ito dinang petanang upakapati icitang patitang tumhang kipamewa samicatu sabbe purendu sangkapa cando panaraso yata manijo tiraso yata sapitiyo viwacantu sabbarogo winasatu mate bhawadwantarayo sukhidigayuko bhawa Abhiwadana silisa nicang udapacayino cattaro dhamma wadanti ayu wano sukang balang bawatu sabamanggalang rakantu sabba dewata sabba bunda nubawena sada soti bawantu te bawatu sabba manggalang rakantu sabba dewata sabba dhamma nubawena sada soti bawantu te bawatu sabba manggalang rakantu sabba dewata sabba sangha nubhavena sada soti bhavantu te.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So as a show of gratitude and respect, let's offer 3 bows to Ajahn. Perhaps we can end with another group photo.